So basically what I'm hearing right now is that Othello Akpin is considering offering MP in 3 first-round picks.
Wow.
In exchange for Shep Owens. But, I mean, the organization is obviously, this has this like internal debate about whether the price is actually too high, but this is what it's looking like to actually get the deal done.
Thank you. It's about time. Bring Shep home.
You're wrong, Parker. They'd be giving up a huge haul for a player they could have drafted just a few months ago. If I'm team president, Phil Boyer, I don't see how I can sign off on this. Are those picks all unprotected?
Well, obviously it sounds a little ridiculous, right? But, I mean, from what I'm hearing, yes, you're correct. But Othello Akpin was told to quote, blow them away in order to make this happen.
He did.
I'm sorry, but that's way too much. Am I the only one who thinks this is ridiculous?
Unfortunately, yes. And I'll tell you another thing. If Phil Boyer had let his GM do his job and draft the guy that he wanted in the draft in the first place, he wouldn't even be in this mess. Mistakes were made. Now clean them up.
How did they make a mistake? MP looks every bit the prospect Shep does right now. I don't see how you can justify this deal without admitting that your organization is actually just in complete disarray. This is a mess, all right, but it has nothing to do with MP.
Okay, I'm confused. Because what is this part about Phil overruling Othello?
Well, apparently Shep was Othello's guy before.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Because it always seems so personal to him. Like, well beyond some sort of clash with Freddie.
Well, it's both. Look, I did some digging, and Phil hiring Freddie just kind of pushed him over the edge. Like, he wasn't your biggest fan, but once Freddie was hired, he was convinced that you were part of some plot to overthrow him.
Bro, this is insane, man.
Nah, it's kind of just Othello.
So what do we do now?
Do we have to do anything? I mean, that trade is literally crazy. Phil would never sign off on that. I mean, would he?
I don't know.
Seriously?
Look, it's hard to get a read, man. I mean, Boyer keeps his cards close to the vest.
So now it's hard for you to get a read.
Look, I know that this is stressful, MP, but we've got a plan. All right, this isn't unexpected.
All right, then what is it?
Othello has been using Nate to leak his agenda to the press.
Right.
So it's time we do the same thing.
And you've already done all the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
I mean, all the fans are on your side. The narrative of Othello having outdated methods has already been established. I mean,
right.
All we really have to do is tell your side of the story, in full. It's time to chop his head off.
Wow, you just can't help yourself with
Well, how am I the only one that's excited? Our plan is working beautifully. I mean, we have Othello right where we want him.
Okay, I will set up a conference call with Nate. This is our ace in the hole. We'll tell him everything that's been going on behind the scenes. Nate will publish those facts, National will pick up on that story, and we'll be golden.
And we use Nate because he's been the most critical of me up until this point.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We're at Tribal Council, and Othello is about to be voted off the island.
No. I'll let you know when the conference call is set up. Can you pay attention to your phone, please?
Looking forward to it.
In MyCareer, badges can make a good build great. In NBA 2K23, you'll get rewarded this year for the badges you use the most by choosing one core badge per category.
As you play games, you'll become able to choose more badges that you can make part of your core. The best part is, whatever badge you core does not count against.
Well, in a new season, there are some players, Richard, that hit the ground running. And there are others, as you well know, that take a while to get going. Which, I know what camp you fell into, but what would you say? Did you take a while to get going, or were you ready to go?
No, it was both. There was one where it was like I struggled to get going and really get a rhythm, and there's others that I was just ready to go and locked in. As your environment changes, so does your success. And so sometimes as your environment changes, you got to figure out how to be successful.
Here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Curry and Poole are the guards. Kuminga out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's Wiseman in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Gobert, and finished off by Gobert.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
Curry finds Wiseman. Back to Curry, takes a three. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And now just over a minute played here in the first. And Edwards with the stop.
Flying high, Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
The Warriors.
Yo.
On 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Coach Steve Kerr. He's looking for his guys to put up a terrific performance tonight, especially at the defensive end. He said, we want to use our length and athleticism to protect the rim, make it hard for shooters to get clean looks. This is the first meeting of the season between these two guys. We'll see how it comes out.
Thank you, David. Obviously, they feel that's the strategy that will earn them the W.
And Kevin, when you're disrupted defensively, especially early on, that can help change the complexion of the rest of the game.
And that priority on defense establishes a team-first mentality. Guys have to work as a unit. It's a good mindset to get into early.
And here are the Warriors now. After the basket by Minnesota. Buries it from three-point range.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota. But out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
And Towns pops them both. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
He's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
On the free throw, no good.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Wiseman, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And just wait until Wiseman has time to develop his moves, which are still somewhat raw at this stage.
And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. I don't think the Timberwolves
almost
letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty
of
this
let's go.
They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past, just keep evolving as a team.
Here's Curry with the three. That shot is off. And Minnesota will come the other way. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
And this is what you like to see. Big Cat using that size to his advantage.
Wiggins finds Kuminga. Now here's Wiseman, defended by Gobert. Curry deciding where to go with it. That's miss number 3 for him. Now 2 for 5 from the floor. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking it. Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Wiseman. He had 15 points last outing. Here's Wiggins. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert literally makes makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
Here's Houdini coming off a solid outing.
What
against
the
Charlotte.
fuck did he do? He passed it over there.
Wiggins against Edwards. Curry outside. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Here's Houdini.
Oh,
the
shit.
Timberwolves working the ball around now. Here's Towns. Over Curry. Gobert trying to get open. Towns with the bucket. Towns has got 8 points. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. GA with their 4th title, the combination of Steph, Clay, and Draymond Green, the single most successful trio in the last half-century in the NBA.
And some would argue the best trio of all time. The most wins in the finals ever by a trio who've each made an All-NBA team.
Warriors trail by 5. Pass to Poole. Wiggins against Edwards. Fade away. It's hauled in by Edwards.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't twist.
Ooh, boy.
6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
The Timberwolves shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Oh.
They've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Klay Thompson in for Stephen Curry. Minnesota leading by 7. To the paint. Here's Houdini. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Golden State's drawn a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Now, here's Poole. He's tightly guarded. Passes it to Wiggins. Shot clock at 6. The pass to Thompson. And here is Green. Shoots over Towns. And again, no good by Golden State. Here's Houdini. Covered by Wiggins. Nasty move.
Ah!
The call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities.
I need to get right. What the hell?
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long. And by
I missed 2 free throws. I'm fucking up. Oh.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Anderson comes in for Edwards. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Noel. Golden State also making some changes. Green is checked in for Weissman. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Jordan Poole. Warriors trail by 10. DiVincenzo kicks to Green. Higgins outside. Now here's DiVincenzo. Tight defense on him. Green passes to DiVincenzo. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Here's Minnesota. Here's Houdini. Feeds it to Towns. Top of the key, Russell. Pass to Houdini.
Damn.
Kept alive, Minnesota.
Pass that. Ah, I'm mad at that. Let me sit up. Sit up.
Performance so far against the big league.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Torian Prince, he's checked in for Minnesota.
Told that nigga Malachi to get a PS4.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
I told that nigga, he said, nah, I don't know.
To reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Good, I told him why, but he don't listen.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
You can make that shit back, man. Number one.
Here's Houdini.
You can make that back.
Even though he had space, there is never an easy fadeaway.
Here's Wiggins. And that one drops.
No stopping Wiggins there. You have to respect his aggressiveness and fighting mentality.
For so long, the Golden State Warriors were waiting to be back at full strength. But when one guy comes back, it seems like another goes down. The injury bug has been a real challenge for them.
Injuries, though, are an obstacle the Warriors, RJ, have met head-on.
Yeah, it's impressive how they've overcome those hurdles, insisting on still playing their best basketball, even when they're shorthanded.
And they've had a chance to develop some younger players when the older guys, the established players, were out.
Gotta use these opportunities because 5 minutes can go to 10, just like 10 minutes can go to 0.
Here's Houdini. He's got 7. And they call an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable,
Substitution on the court.
So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. The 3 great shooters out there for him, Curry and Poole in the backcourt with Thompson at the 3. James Wiseman's out there with Kuminga. And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Of course, the Warriors' offense stands out for its emphasis on ball movement. Coach Steve Kerr says, if you get to touch the ball and be a part of the action, whether it's an assist man, ball mover, shooter, dribbler, the more people who are involved in the offense.
Maybe even created a group chat.
Kevin, strength in numbers, indeed.
That I told you.
It's always been the case for his offense. The more, the better. And it's worked for him. DA, thanks. That free throw good from Wiseman. And you see players trying to get the officials to blow the whistle. Were players in your day great falling down as much as they seem to be doing now?
Oh, it's way more common now. And let's face it, it's a copycat league. All the whistles slow the game down. I just love to see them let a little bit more go.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Curry passes to Poole. Pass to Thompson. Back to Poole. 6 to shoot. And there it is for him. Poole's got his first points in this one.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Houdini, that one is good again. He sits straight from the floor with the basket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Curry passes to Thompson. Back to Curry. Takes it inside. The
Damn.
Footer, and that's good for 2.
I ain't stopping.
And that's now 6 points for Stephen Curry. Here's Houdini, guarded by Curry.
Damn, every time I...
By Curry. Tries from 10. Again, Golden State.
I can't afford it.
That's unfair. Curry hitting those pull-ups.
Timberwolves leading by 9. Here's Houdini. Can't hit that one. Curry with the defensive effort. Here's Poole. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Steps back and fires.
I ain't ready for that.
Misses off the left iron. Trail by 9. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Wiseman kicks to Curry. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
And how about when Curry gets fancy with it? His
I wish
confidence
I made
is
a
what
faster
allows
play.
him to pull off these moves.
Here's Houdini. 13 points in the game. Pass to Noel. With the shot. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Ooh, give me that. Come on, we out. I ain't. Oh, let's go.
Makes it off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Timeout called the Warriors. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
They played pretty solid basketball, but a few miscues is all it takes to turn a win into a loss, especially against a good team.
Now, here's Curry. He's got 10. Now Wiseman. Back to Poole. 6 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Jaden McDaniel.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves. And the first one drops. All free throws good from Poole. Well, Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody, the first lottery pick teammates ever to play in the NBA Finals, RJ, in their rookie seasons.
Yeah, the Dubs' strength in numbers, it got bolstered by some of these up-and-coming.
Why?
Jordan Poole, who was most improved candidate last year, and then eventually we'd love to see a lot from James Wiseman.
And they're brought in, these younger players, Richard, are brought in that great culture.
Oh, there's nothing like culture. We have talked about that culture can directly impact a player's trajectory for his entire career.
Here's Curry. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Now here's Kuminga. McDaniels defending. A fader. Count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Thompson.
We all know Clay can hit this. His accuracy from the mid-range is a reliable option, to say the least.
And finished off by McDaniel.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Thompson. He's coming off a 10-point game against Utah.
Whoa!
With a wide open look. No good from outside.
Oh, sorry.
Shocking that he just gripped that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Excuse me. Oh, no.
And it's Curry with the rebound. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. They trail by 9 points. Here's Thompson. They get it again. Misses in close.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Here's Houdini. Money from the wing. Houdini's got 15 points. Warriors trail by 11. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Thompson against Edwards. Free throw line jump shot. The shot by Curry, no good.
Let's go. Ah, he passed it. I know he did.
Field goal attempts. And that one's good. Houdini.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
The Warriors have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Thompson finds Curry. 11 feet away. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got rebound number 8 now on the night. And there's the pass to Houdini. Here's Noel. Here's Houdini. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Now here's Wiseman. He's got 6. Outside Curry. Pass to Poole. Will it go? And rebounded by McDaniel.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now, here's Thompson. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. Wiseman the pass to Thompson. On the clock with the fadeaway. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game.
As soon as that shit went away.
Thompson finds Curry.
No.
And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
That was a pass.
Curry's got 3 assists in the game. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And one of the many special things about Steph Curry, his loyalty. Sticking with this Warriors franchise since being drafted back in 09.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves.
55. The Warriors. 34.
There wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Houdini.
And the way that he has helped out.
For 87?
Yeah, I'm at 87 right now.
Bad.
75 more, I'll be at 88.
Hey.
But I'm good though. Like I got my goddamn.
With the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. That's Houdini. Then there's Edwards. And it's Noel in at the shooting guard position. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Wiggins, Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And that one's good.
Hey, guess what I found out?
This is why coaches talk about playing with pace.
In order to skip timeout, you know when it's timeout and you trying to skip.
Before they get set, really making the most of their fast break opportunities.
In order to skip timeout, you have to wait for the clock to hit 24.8 seconds.
Kuminga kicks to Wiseman.
Hey, Kobe.
Now here's Poole. He's guarded closer. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Gobert.
Hey, got you.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Gobert's got 7.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Got Curry on lock.
He's covered closely.
Almost done with the game.
Poole on the wing. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Now here's Curry. Sinks the triple. He's got 13.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Here's Houdini, guarded by Curry. Here's Houdini. They get the rebound. Gobert, a strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Gobert's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
On the wing, Wiggins. Pass to Poole.
I'm going to get that off-ball pest on my defense.
Outside for Curry. And it's off from three-point range.
I keep getting turnovers. Damn. Get that shit. Oh. That's not good. All right, no more. No more. No more. Getting my sister make up for that. Come on.
And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
It's because he's reading where the shots are
Hell
going.
no, you ain't gonna get me.
Right position. Just
damn.
Outworking everyone early on the glass.
Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Kuminga dishes to Curry. Wiggins outside. Four on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Poole, no good.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking time. Oh, goodness, man.
Take off!
Creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Take off!
College of the pros, Richard, you played for some legendary coaching. And speaking of coaching, is that something you've ever entertained doing?
I never have, and I never will. Coaching, the amount of hours that you have to spend sounds exhausting. I love my job right now, and you know why I love my job? Because I get to work with you.
Oh, listen, the feeling's mutual. The Warriors making a switch here. Thompson's checked in.
Klay Thompson.
Passes to Wiggins. Shoots over Towns, and Wiggins with the basket on the assist by Thompson.
Assist goes to
Wiggins has got 7.
Thompson.
And this is why Wiggins has become an efficient scorer, doing a much better job with his shot quality, and the loves now to attack inside.
Well, Greg, we're seeing high schoolers now making 6 figures to play basketball. I bet you wouldn't have minded that in your time, would you?
I tell you what, it beats delivering the newspaper, right? It's still fresh and developing, but a lot of different opportunities are emerging.
Here's Poole. They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds.
That's a warning, boy.
Wiggins outside.
Yeah.
It's stolen by Gobert.
Yeah.
And Edwards with the stop.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Yeah, once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
On the wing, Wiggins. Edwards defending. Here's Thompson. Rebound, Minnesota. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Dozier's checked in. Draymond Green is checked in for the Warriors.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, That'll help them seal the deal.
Poole finds Wiggins. Thompson with it. Back to Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down.
The team-first mentality of Thompson. When someone on his squad is open, he finds them.
Here's Houdini, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
Over in the corner, Edwards. Here's Houdini, covered by Wiggins. Here's Houdini.
What?
Got a piece of it.
Well, that's what you get when you go for style points with the fadeaway.
Ain't no style points. I shimmied and I fade, and I should have exactly what I should have did. Did what I was supposed to do.
Lock at 6. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 17, if you can believe it.
Oh, shit.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer
Do something.
was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Houdini passes to Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
And how about the agility of Towns? Cutting with purpose there after setting the screen. Great display of his basketball IQ.
Back to Poole. That
This
ball
shit
was
gets hate.
nice feed that time from Wiggins. Poole's got 6.
That's just smart basketball right there. Finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
Houdini passes to Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
And that's what we call playing with force. And Towns going up for the dunk, daring the defense to contest.
Wiggins outside. There's the pass to Thompson. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
That pass wandered off.
Shooting for Golden State, Andrew Wiggins. Shooting 1.
That one misses for Wiggins.
And the winner's mentality Wiggins has is commendable. Hard-working, wants to keep improving.
Alright, I'm on the way.
Winning this one easy. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw
Needed that shooting badge for sure.
excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for...
Yo.
So, how you feeling, big guy? You nervous?
I wouldn't say nervous, but I don't do stuff like this normally, so I am kind of.
Okay, well, we're doing this on speakerphone, so if you need any help, we'll be jotting down some answers on our phones so we can show you.
More like suggestions. It's most important for you to handle this in a way that feels comfortable for you.
Mila, I really appreciate your support. I know, battling it out in the press isn't how you want to go about it.
As soon as you made a decision, I was on board. I trust you.
Hey, I really hate to interrupt
I'm here
this
for you
tender-touching
always.
moment, but Nate is waiting on line 1 right now.
How long's he been on hold?
20 minutes? But I just wanted to make him squirm a little bit.
Look, we're giving him a huge scoop. He can wait all day long if he has to.
Are so devious, you know that?
It comes with the package. But look, focus up, man. You ready to do this?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Hey, Nate, I'm here with MP.
Great. For a minute, I forgot about me, but MP, how you doing, man?
I'm great, man. I'm looking forward to setting the record straight.
Anonymously.
Yes, of course. And as far as readers are concerned, this is coming from a source familiar with the organization's thinking. Is that what we're talking about?
Perfect.
Okay, good. Okay, let's see. MP, so why don't you start with telling me about Othello's relationship with Freddie Novak?
Okay, so I haven't really seen them interact with each other much, but from what I understand, Othello is convinced that Freddie is angling for his job.
Wait, so it's not just about the PR initiatives?
Nah, man, I'm told it goes way beyond that, you know? Again, you'd have to double check all this, but apparently Othello is paranoid about Freddie's relationship with Phil Boyer, and ever since Freddie was hired to help smooth things over between me and the fans, Othello has been telling people that he thinks he's on his way out.
This is good stuff. I mean, is there any truth to it, though?
Not as far as I know, but Freddie probably wouldn't mention it to me. But I don't get the sense that he's trying to do something like that. You know, he's a real down-to-earth guy. He knows where his strengths lie and tries to empower those around him. He's just not that kind of person that would try to get a GM fired, you know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. So has the paranoia showed up in other aspects of Othello's work that you're aware of?
Yeah. Well, first of all, he rejects everything he thinks can even remotely connect him to Freddie. Like, Freddie's a big analytics guy when it comes to the marketing, segmentation, and that sort of thing. And even though he has nothing to do with the basketball analytics department, Othello has completely shut him out in an attempt to undermine Freddie.
You gotta excuse me, I just find this so comical, but let me get straight. Let me just get this straight. So, he's not a fan of teammate grades.
Nah, he can't stand them, man. Actually, he said they're a complete and utter nonsense. You know, but that's just one of the many examples. You know, he's not GMing from a place of trying to help the team anymore. He's literally trying to save his job.
This is some pretty explosive stuff, man. But while we're at it, is there anything else I should know about?
Yeah, at the end of the day, man, Othello Ockman is a good man who just lost his way. You know, he's worried about his job security. That's why he's making decisions that will cripple the franchise for years to come. You know, he wants to give away 3 first-round picks in addition to me for Shep Owens. I mean, why would you do that when I'm at least the same level prospect as Shep? I'll tell you why, because he's paranoid and bitter. You know, and it all started when Phil Boyer overruled him on draft night.
So he was in favor of Shep all along?
Correct. Yep. But then I started finding success on the court. Freddie's plan started working off the court as well, and Othello just went off the deep end. And now we're here. You know, he's fighting for everything the organization is trying to do to improve because he feels threatened. You know, and when a guy like Othello
Hold on 1 second.
back is against the wall, he lashes out, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. You know, it's unfortunate, but I got nothing against the guy personally, just say that. But he's just not in his right mind at all. And he's got to go before he throws the next 10 years down the drain before, just to satisfy his own ego.
You know, I think that's gonna have to do it for today, Nate. You good?
I'm more than good. That's what us reporters live for. But I've got to verify all this, of course. And I mean, this is a tremendous scoop. And if I have any questions, I'll reach out. But otherwise, you gentlemen have a great day.
Thank you, Nate. Pleasure working with you.
So how'd I do?
How'd you do?
Yeah.
You crushed that.
Don't lie to me, bro. I was so nervous, man.
That was great.
Mila, Ash, give me something.
Not bad at all. I have no complaints.
See? Now, we wait. Now, I expect the report to be out in a few days, so until then, you just do what you do.
Ball out.
Ball out. That's right.
I bet I'm on the way.